Cameroon versus the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is a must-watch, not just for people of Cameroon or the Congolese. That's for African, I think even world football fans. You've got to tune in 7 p.m. UK time on Thursday, November 13th in Rabat to see Cameroon, who under Mark Brice, there's a lot of problems off the field for Cameroon. We've seen this before in the playoffs 4 years ago when Samuel Eto'o got involved. He sacked the coach just before the playoffs. Remember, Cameroon had the AFCON in Cameroon. They got to semi-final. They sacked the coach. They brought in Rigobert Song. They got past Algeria. Less said about that, the better. But they got through it. But we know Samuel Eto'o upstairs likes to intervene with Mr. Brice. Mark Brice, last manager to release a squad list, refused to travel to Yaoundé because he said, why would I want to go to Yaoundé? Because we're playing the game in Morocco. How about I go to Morocco and say that it's there instead? All that drama. Then you've got the problem with Ngamalu, who's got all sorts of, should we say, adultery issues going on, allegedly, off the pitch. So he's got that to sort out. And looking at the Cameroon list, again, very much relying on the old guard. You've got Abubakar still there. You've got Bassagog. I mean, I remember it was AFCON 2017 when Bassagog was the player of the tournament. He's still about. He's been playing in all sorts of places, China and places like that. You've got Choupo-Moting still about. And of course, you've got the Premier League Player of the Month in Brian Mbeumo. Now, Mbeumo, for me, is a good player, very good player. He's here at Brentford, what he's done. Even at Manchester United, he started very well. But I don't think Mbeumo's had that moment in the Cameroon shirt. This might be the moment where Mbeumo steps up to the plate for Cameroon, because he's a top player, and they've got other top players. Of course, we know all about Onana in goal, but Onana has been a far better keeper at international level than he ever has been for Manchester United at club level. I just think Mbeumo's waiting for that moment where here we go, this is Mbeumo for Cameroon now. We've not seen it yet. He didn't go to the last World Cup. This could be the moment. Now, the Congolese will be hoping it's not, but there's a lot of attacking choices there that Cameroon are going to have to make. I think Congo are going to win the game. I just think there's far too many problems for Cameroon, but if Cameroon were to win, it's got to come from Mbeumo. I think it has to come from Mbeumo. Whether he crosses it onto Abubakar's head and he heads it, or a bit of magic, he's a good finisher. Congo, of course, will be hoping to capitalise on, I think, a weak Cameroon, because Cameroon drew at home to Angola 0-0 and scraped into the playoff position. Of course, they lost to Cape Verde, who ultimately won the group. Cape Verde won that group. They only beat Mauritius 2-0. Only two. I think Mbeumo scored in that one, but only two against Mauritius. I mean, it's a beach. Come on. So it's not a great Cameroon, if we're being totally honest. And they're playing Congo, who, how many times have they slipped up the chance to go to the World Cup? 2018, the Tunisia, the 2-0. How they fumbled that, I don't know. It's just even this one for 2026. They led Senegal 2-0. I know Senegal are a top side, the best probably in Africa. You lead 2-0 out in Kinshasa, and you can't get over the line, considering the fact that if they drew 2-2, which they were 2-2 with about 5-10 minutes to go, they'd be in the World Cup right now, and Senegal would be in these playoffs. And could you imagine if Senegal were in these playoffs playing Cameroon and Nigeria? It'd be incredible. Congo are going to have to do it the hard way. That game against Senegal is what's going to cost them. If Congo don't win these playoffs, the Congolese fans should not be going, well, we threw it away against Cameroon or Nigeria, Gabon. No, you threw it away against Senegal. With respect, you had to draw the game, you were 2-0 up and you lost it. That's where it, and I think the coach is going to take a lot of flack for that. So, and I think Congo going into the AFCON as well are going to be one of the teams people don't want to play. Cameroon's a tough opponent, and when you've got to play Nigeria or Gabon in 3 days, it becomes even tougher. Now, I like the reinforcements Congo have made. You know, Stroikens, once upon a time, meant to be one of the best players in the world. Balik Rashad's in here as well. There's some nice new additions in here. Obviously, we speak about Brian Mbeumo once of Brentford. You've also got Yohan Wissa, now at Newcastle, once at Brentford, but he's injured. Wissa misses out. That's a big blow. Fiston Mayele, is he going to get the nod, or are they going to stick with Bakambu? Because Mayele is probably the best player that plays club football in Africa right now, from Pyramids FC. He's a top centre forward. Bakambu, though, has been scoring when Congo have been playing, so it's hard to drop him. Can they play the two of them together? We'll have to wait and see. But certainly, there is a threat there from Congo, and they've got some good defenders now as well, because they've managed to get Wan-Bissaka, and Wan-Bissaka's got a few caps under his belt now. They've got Mbemba, who is an absolute warrior. especially at international level. So you've got Masuaku as well. You've got, really good players playing at nice levels in the Premier League for Sunderland. It's going to be a much closer game, I think, than the Nigeria-Gabon game. This is going to be a close game. Wouldn't surprise me if it went to a penalty shootout. And we see at the AFCON in Ivory Coast last year, Congo know how to win games when it comes to penalty shootouts. Question is, can they keep Mbermo, Abubakar, Choupo-Moting, all these guys, Basagog, quiet? It's going to be a good game, I think. I think, are Congo going to be strong in the middle of the park? Because if Cameroon stick Baleba in there, who's been playing really well for Brighton this season, they might control the middle of the park. But I think even on the break, Congo, they've got to go out and they've got to play with some confidence, because the Senegal game, they were really good in the first 20, 30 minutes, and then he just fell apart. Cameroon's confidence is low. The squad list came out late. We know Onana has a mistake in him. Whether or not we've seen that at international level yet, I don't think we have. He's got a mistake in him. So I think Congo will beat Cameroon on penalties. I've just got a feeling it's going to be a Nigeria-Congo final. I could be wrong, we'll wait and see. But the only thing that's making me second guess that is I remember Cameroon against Algeria. We beat them in Douala 1-0. We bring them to Blida. How Cameroon found a way in the playoffs last time to get to Qatar, I'll never know. And of course, they went on to beat Brazil with Abubakar's header. They're just going to have that in the back of their mind. And I think Congo will know if Cameroon are losing and there's 2 minutes left, they've got it in them to keep that tie alive. So it's Cameroon taking on DR Congo. Going to be a good one. 7 p.m. UK time, Thursday evening. Let me know your predictions down below. I'll see you next time.